Grabbed my keys off the counter, didn't look back at the room. The clock on the dashboard is casting a pale green bloom. It's 1 a.m. and the interstate is completely wide open, mirroring the pieces of the promises we've broken. I didn't pack a suitcase, didn't set the GPS track. I'm just heading toward the horizon, 'cause I can't face looking back. The white lines on the asphalt are a steady rhythmic blur, hypnotic little static where the memories used to stir. I passed the exit for the diner where we used to grab a bite, but I stay in the left lane, pushing deeper into the night. The radio is playing something old and out of tune, and the headlights are just cutting through a low, heavy moon. And I'm just driving to nowhere, burning up the gas, trying to outrun the shadow of a love that couldn't last. There's no destination, no place I'm trying to achieve, just a desperate need for motion, to forget the way you leave. Yeah, the tank is running low, but I'm still pressing down the floor, driving to nowhere 'cause I can't go home anymore. They say the road will clear your head, that the open air heals, but they don't know the heavy spin of these four rubber wheels. Every milestone I pass is just another mile away from the only place on earth I ever wanted to stay. The engine's humming low, a steady mechanical cry, asking me how many miles it takes to finally say goodbye. Pressing down the floor, driving to nowhere 'cause I can't go home anymore. The fuel light clicks on, just a little orange glow. 80 miles of asphalt and nowhere left to go, driving to nowhere until the morning breaks. I left the studio right around the stroke of 10, but I didn't take the highway or the main street right again. I turned the blinker left toward the winding river road, where the trees hang low and heavy with a dark and silent load. The standard route takes 7 minutes flat from door to door. but I can't face the silence waiting on the kitchen floor. Yeah, so I'm coasting through the valleys at a crawl of 25, just trying to keep the radio and the headlights alive. I pass the old stone bridge where we used to stop and talk, and the dimly lit gravel path where we take our evening walk. Every extra mile I clock is a minute of delay before I have to open up the house where you don't stay. And I'm taking the long way home, stretching out the dark, making circles round the outskirts of the empty city park. Because the key inside the deadbolt is the hardest part to do, when the hallway only echoes with the ghost of me and you. Yeah, I'm burning up the evening just to put off the despair of walking through a front door to a room where you're not there. It's a funny kind of stalling, running out the clock, doing 3 extra laps around a old familiar block. Because a house is just a box of drywall and cold tile, and it's missing the vibration of your footsteps and your smile. I'm a pilot in the midnight, just circling the rumble track, terrified to land in the life where you ain't coming back. Stretching out the dark, making circles round the outskirts of the empty city park. Because the key inside the deadbolt is the hardest part to do, when the hallway only echoes with the ghost of me and you. Yeah, I'm burning up the evening just to put off the despair of walking through a front door to a room where you're not there. Oh, finally pulling in the driveway, the headlights hit the glass. Just a dark, quiet house, watching the shadows pass. Took the long way home, but I'm at the door at last. Around the block 3 times just to clear the air, but your ghost was on the sidewalk, it was waiting on the stair. I let myself inside, locked the deadbolt on the frame, and the silence in the hallway was shouting out your name. I felt the pressure building up, a fever in the chest, like a runaway engine that couldn't find a rest. You can only play the quiet guy for so many weeks before the anger starts to bubble and the engine starts to leak. Didn't wanna smash the plates, didn't wanna break a chair or call you up at midnight just to throw it in the air. So I dropped down to my knees by the edge of the mattress frame and reached for the one thing that could swallow up the blame. And I'm just screaming in a pillow, letting it all out, muffling the fury and the static of the shout. The cotton and the down are holding everything inside. The desperate little variables I always have to hide. Yeah, the neighbors think I'm sleeping, tucked away so neat and still, but I'm tearing up the fabric with a wild roaring will. It's a suffocating circus when you cannot make a sound, when you have to keep the trauma strictly underground. I bit into the linen, let the vocal cords tear, pouring out the madness of a love that wasn't fair. A private demolition in a 30-inch square, and nobody outside even knows the fire is there. Goes completely dry. Freeze the second that I slide beneath the heavy quill, staring at the boundary line that our ending built. I keep my elbows tucked in close, my knees against my chest, sticking to the left-hand side like an uninvited guest. Because the sheets on the right are ironed out and flat, but there's a phantom pressure sitting exactly where you sat. I watch the curtains ruffle from the air-conditioned drive, and I swear I hear the register of how you always laugh. It's a trick of the acoustic, a glitch inside the brain, drowning in the rhythm of the late night summer rain. I wanna stretch my legs out, wanna claim the empty zone, but I'm terrified of touching what I'm forced to leave alone. And there's a ghost in my bed, sleeping through the night, occupying spaces just beyond the yellow light. It doesn't steal the blankets, it doesn't make a sound, but it's keeping me from turning my whole life around. Yeah, I'm sleeping on the edge of a 6-foot wooden frame, sharing the mattress with the shadow of your name. They say a house gets lonely when a resident departs, but nobody warns you about the landscape of these charts. The mattress is a map of everything we used to hold, and the valley in the center is turning stagnant, white and cold. I could buy a smaller size, I could throw the frame away, but the haunting isn't in the springs, it's in the words we didn't say. Turning my whole life around. Yeah, I'm sleeping on the edge of a 6-foot wooden frame, sharing the mattress with the shadow of your name. The sun is coming up, the linen's going gray, but the shape of your absence doesn't fade away. Ghost in my bed, it's closing time at 2 a.m. The neon lights turn bright. I'm stumbling down the sidewalk in the middle of the night. My friends all caught an Uber, but I told them I'd just walk, 'cause the whiskey in my system is beginning to talk. I pulled my phone out of my coat. The screen is blind and white, and my thumb is hovering over the name I swore I'd never write. The blue cursor is blinking like a warning on a dash, as I type out all the logic that we managed to crash. Are you awake? Turns into God, I miss the way you laugh, just ripping up the contract and the clean break monograph. I know I'm crossing boundaries, I know it's a mistake, but the alcohol is carrying a heavy throbbing ache. And I'm just drunk texting the past, pouring out the glass, trying to catch a phantom train that's already run out of gas. The screen says delivered and my stomach starts to drop. A modern kind of torture that I didn't try to stop. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be sober, full of misery and shame, but tonight I'm just a desperate man calling out your name. 3 little gray dots appear, then vanish from the view. Are you sitting on your mattress trying to figure what to do? Did I wake you from a dream, or did I ruin your new night? Exposing all the fault lines under digital light. there's no unsent button for a heart that's overflowing. And a text is just a modern way of letting your damage show. Tonight I'm just a desperate man calling out your name. The phone goes face down on the desk. The battery is low. Just a quiet little scream waiting for a glow. Drunk text in the past, and the sun is gonna rise. Here are the lyrics for drunk darling, taking that digital desperation a step further into the raw, unfiltered territory of actually wanting to hear their voice at 3 a.m. If it's a slow burn indie rock track or an atmospheric bedroom ballad that builds from a quiet tense, can turn into a soaring emotional climax. Drunk dialing, drunk dialing. The bar tabs are all settled and the parking lot is bare. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, just playing with my hair. I know I shouldn't have the keys, I know I shouldn't stay, but the liquor's got me anchored in a dangerous kind of way. I told myself I'd delete the digits from the screen, but my fingers know the pattern like a well-oiled machine. The screen glows bright against the dashboard's leather trim, and the courage in my chest is bubbling up right to the brim. It's a different kind of gamble than a text across the wire, 'cause a voice is live ammunition inside a midnight fire. I hit the glowing button, put the speaker to my ear, and the rhythmic hollow ringing is the only sound I hear. And I'm just drunk dialing, chasing down the line, trying to hear a melody from when you still were mine. One ring, two rings, breathing in the dark, hoping that your sleepy voice will strike a tiny spark. Yeah, tomorrow I'll pretend it was an accident of style, but tonight I'm just a desperate fool dialing up your smile. Please leave a message at the tone. The automated voice replies, a cold robotic barrier to all my heavy sighs. So I wait for the beat, and then I let the secrets fall, rambling about the diner and the pictures on the wall. I'm pouring out my confession to a digital cassette, giving you the evidence of everything I can't forget. I'm just drunk dialing, chasing down the line, trying to hear a melody from when you still were mine. One ring, two rings, breathing in the dark, hoping that your sleepy voice will strike a tiny spark. Yeah, tomorrow I'll pretend it was an accident of style, but tonight I'm just a desperate fool dialing up your smile. The line clicks dead, time limit is up. Just a voicemail full of static in an empty, lonely cup. Drunk dialing, I guess I'll hang up now. I found a box of matches in the drawer by the sink, the kind of cheap distraction that keeps a man from trying to think. I stepped out on the balcony, struck a flame against the stone, and watched the glowing orange tip take over the quiet zone. The neighborhood is sleeping, but I'm standing in the chill, trying to find a chemical way to make my mind go still. I take a heavy drag and let the white clouds start to rise, a thick protective curtain sitting right before my eyes. If anybody looked up from the pavement down below, they'd only see a silhouette against the window glow. They wouldn't see the crooked lines or how the corners broke. It's a fragile little fortress when you're hiding behind smoke, and I'm just hiding behind smoke, vanishing by degrees, letting the gray air carry away the heavy memories. It's a temporary blindfold, a hazy shifting screen to blur the jagged edges of our final ugly scene. Yeah, the world thinks I'm just cooling off, shaking off the old, but I'm suffocating quietly, hiding behind smoke. It's funny how a screen of ash can make you feel secure, like if the view is cloudy, then the pain is less mature. But the wind eventually blows it clear, the air begins to lift, and leaves me standing naked with the weight to the filter line, a single spark falls to the floor. Just a handful of ash where a fire lived before, hiding behind smoke, until the morning makes me clear. I can fool the daylight, I can wear a clever mask, answer doing brilliant to every question people ask. I can find a project, I can bury all the stress, keeping busy running from the shadow of your dress. But the sun is a liar that helps me to pretend that I'm totally okay with how we hit the final end. Because the second that the city turns the corner into black, and the streetlight throws a silhouette along the bedroom track, the armor starts to crumble, the excuses start to break, and I am left defenseless with a heavy throbbing ache. There's no use in lying when the sun has gone to bed. The truth is waiting patiently inside the quiet instead. And the darkness knows exactly how I break, counting every single breath and every choice I didn't make. It watches from the corners, it listens to the sigh, it sees the heavy teardrops that the daylight made me dry. Yeah, I can act so tough when the morning sky is blue, but the darkness knows I'm still in love with you. It doesn't judge the breakdown, it doesn't try to heal, it just holds the space for everything I actually feel. A midnight confessional where all the secrets spill, and the memory of your laughter makes the chilly air go still. I can run through the morning, I can hide beneath the sun, but the night is a mirror showing what cannot be undone. From the corner, it listens to the sigh, it sees the heavy teardrops that the daylight made me dry. Yeah, I can act so tough when the morning sky is blue, but the darkness knows I'm still in love with you. The clock ticks forward, sky begins to clear, but the shadows hold the truth of everything I fear. The darkness knows, and it never tells a soul. I was looking for my keys behind the kitchen microwave, when the syllable just slipped out like a ghost from a grave. It wasn't loud or urgent, it didn't shake the window pane, just a soft instinctive murmur cutting through the gentle rain. Looked around the empty room to see if anyone had heard, but the dust was just suspended by the weight of that one word. I do it in the car when the radio goes down, driving past the places where we used to paint the town. It's like a muscle memory my tongue refuses to forget, a little vocal habit from a sun that hasn't set. I'm practicing my freedom, trying to make a brand new start, but your vowels are still wired to the rhythm of my heart. And I'm just whispering your name into the quiet spaces here, a tiny little invocation meant for nobody to hear. It doesn't bring you back, it doesn't change the final score, it's just a phantom echo bouncing off the hardwood floor. Yeah, I can tell the world that I've moved across the frame, but the silence always catches me whispering your name. It's only two short syllables, a breath against the cold, a fragile little currency from a story we outgrow. But it feels like a confession every time it leaves my lips, a secret code that slips right through my clumsy fingertips. I try to substitute the sound, try to find a newer phrase, but the old vocabulary lingers through the lonely days. Spaces here, a tiny little invocation meant for nobody to hear. It doesn't bring you back, it doesn't change the final score, it's just a phantom echo bouncing off the hardwood floor. Yeah, I can tell the world that I have moved across the frame, but the silence always catches me whispering your name. Breath on the glass, a shadow on the wall, the smallest little sound that makes the heavy tower fall, whispering your name until the air runs out. shadows on the bedroom walls starting to retreat as the first delivery truck goes rumbling down the street. I watch the edge of the curtains turn a pale and warning gold, and a familiar kind of panic starts to take a heavy hold. The midnight was a blanket where I could safely fall apart, but the dawn is a detective coming for my broken heart. The birds outside the window start their solitary track, completely unbothered that you're never coming back. I see the morning glare hit the dresser and the floor, illuminating everything I'm trying to ignore. I've got exactly 20 minutes before the alarm begins to blare, to steel myself against the onset of this daylight scare. And it's a daylight scare, pulling back the sheets, forcing me to stand up on my own two frozen feet. The dark was a fortress where the memories could bloom, but the morning is a spotlight in an unforgiving room. Yeah, I can survive the midnight when the world is standing still, but waking up to face the sun is a heavy, bitter pill. In the dark I can't pretend that you're just sleeping down the hall, that we're just a regular story behind a regular wall. But the sun is a witness that exposes all the lies, staring down the hollow circles sitting underneath my eyes. It demands a transformation, it demands a happy face, when I'm just a ghost trying to find my proper place. Cause it's a daylight scare, pulling back the sheets, forcing me to stand up on my own two frozen feet. The dark was a fortress where the memories could bloom, but the morning is a spotlight in an unforgiving room. Yeah, I can survive the midnight when the world is standing still, but waking up to face the sun is a heavy, bitter pill. The alarm goes off, the shadows disappear, time to open up the door and swallow down the fear. Daylight scare, and the world is wide awake. I used to wake up to the scent of lavender and hair, soft and rhythmic, breathing in the morning quiet there. But now the right hand side is just a cold and flattened space, and I'm pressing my cheek hard against the hollow cotton face, Trying to catch a phantom trace of what we used to be, before the winter came and stole your silhouette from me. You can hide the breakdown when you're walking through the town. You can pull your collar up and keep your vision down. You can fool the grocery clerk, the people on the train, but the cotton fabric always knows the volume of the pain. The second that the lamp goes out, the armor falls away, and the linen takes the wreckage of a long and heavy day. And it's just pillowcase tears sinking in the weave, the only witness left to how you taught her heart to grieve. No one else can hear the sound, no one else can see the steady damn confession of the broken part of me. Yeah, the world thinks I am standing strong, moving past the years, but I'm drowning in the fabric of these pillowcase tears. It's a quiet kind of bleeding when the linen turns to slate, soaking up the questions and the heavy, bitter freight. You don't leave a stain or a scar upon the sheet, just a cold and damp reminder of a tragic clean defeat. And I turn the cushion over just to find a drier place, to hide the endless outline of your disappearing face. Pillowcase tears sinking in the weave, the only witness left to how you taught her heart to grieve. No one else can hear the sound, no one else can see the steady damn confession of the broken part of me. Yeah, the world thinks I am standing strong, moving past the years, but I'm drowning in the fabric of these pillowcase tears. Morning light is leaking in, the cotton's drying slow, just another hidden marker that you'll never even know. Pillowcase tears, ready for another night. Pillowcase tears. It's 3:14 a.m. and the fan is spinning slow, casting long robotic shadows in the street lamp's amber glow. I've been staring at the same square patch of textured white, tracing out the fault lines of a heavy, sleepless night. I know you're 4 zip codes away, fast asleep in sound, while I'm still stuck here waiting for my mind to touch the ground. I asked the darkness why you left, I ask it where I slept, replaying every single line from our final broken script. The drywall doesn't argue back, it doesn't try to hide, it just holds the quiet steady while I empty out inside. It's a crowded conversation for a completely empty bed, just a ghost, a lonely man in the plaster overhead. And I'm just talking to the ceiling, whispering your name, throwing desperate questions at a blanket steady frame. It doesn't have the answers, it doesn't feel the sting, it just absorbs the echo of a shattered, fragile thing. Yeah, the world is fast asleep while I'm bargaining with gravity, talking to the ceiling about the ghost you left with me. Maybe if I shout it loud, the paint will start to peel and expose the hidden variables of everything I feel. But the structure stays indifferent, the architecture stands unmoved by the collapse of all our beautiful big plans. I'm pouring out my confession to a room that cannot hear, hoping that the static somehow carries to your ear. Fast asleep while I'm bargaining with gravity, talking to the ceiling about the ghost you left with me. The fan keeps spinning, the sky begins to gray, just another midnight conversation, fading with the day, talking to the ceiling. Got nothing left to say. You don't have to offer an excuse for the delay, or try to find the perfect gentle words to smooth the way. Don't worry about the promises that slip right through your teeth, or the messy little fault lines running underneath. I'm not looking for an invoice, I'm not trying to settle scores. I finally stopped pacing by the handles of your doors. The smoke smoke is finally cleared out from the kitchen and the hall. The pictures have been taken down from every single wall. You could tell me that you're sorry till your voice is completely dry. You could give me 40 reasons why you had to let it die. But an apology is just a gust of wind inside a storm, when the house is already collapsed and nothing left is warm. 'Cause the damage is done, the foundation is split. There's no use in trying to find a match to relight it. We ran the engine empty, we pushed it past the red, and there's no breath of life left in the heavy things we said. Yeah, you can hold my hand and tell me we can still be something true, but the damage is done to the story of me and you. It's almost a relief to see the structural decay, to know there isn't anything left to save or sweep away. A total loss is easier to process in the mind than a fragile limping memory that you have to leave behind. So save your heavy teardrops and save your bitter breath. We've officially arrived at the quiet of the dead. 'Cause the damage is done, the foundation is split. There's no use in trying to find a match to relight it. We ran the engine empty, we pushed it past the red, and there's no breath of life left in the heavy things we said. Yeah, you can hold my hand and tell me we can still be something true, but the damage is done to the story of me and you. The structural report is in, the yellow tape is tied. Nothing left to salvage on the hollow, broken side. The damage is done. So turn the lights out on your way. I kept my doctor's appointment, I filled the grocery cart. I didn't let the cashier see the fractures in my heart. My vitals are all normal, my blood pressure is fine. They check the breathing rhythms on the diagnostic line. I look completely solid, standing in the checkout queue, but there's a quiet catastrophe that started up with you. You left no physical damage, no bruises on the skin, no broken windows in the hallway where the storm rushed in. So everybody assumes that I escaped the crash on it. They see me walking upright and they think that's the end of it. But there's a heavy warm sensation pulling in the dark for a slow and steady leakage that I cannot ignore. And it's internal bleeding, draining out from the inside. A quiet little river that the surface has to hide. There's no crimson on the collar, no bandage on the chest, but I am losing pressure with every single breath. Yeah, you cut me where it doesn't show, a master of the art. And I'm quietly expiring from the center of my heart. Casualty that nobody can see. How do you ask for stitches for a phantom injury? I'm walking through the city while my vision starts to blur, drowning in the fluid of the things we used to were. The emergency room is crowded, but they tell me to go home, 'cause you can't x-ray the hollow space where a love used to roam. 'Cause it's internal bleeding, draining out from the inside. A quiet little river that the surface has to hide. There's no crimson on the collar, no bandage on the chest, but I am losing pressure with every single breath. Yeah, you cut me where it doesn't show, a master of the art. And I'm quietly expiring from the center of my heart. Still standing on my feet, still checking my phone. Nobody knows I'm running out of time here all alone. Internal bleeding, and the room is getting cold. The heartbeat baseline grows progressively slower and fainter until it skips a beat and drops completely into a flat line of ambient white noise. I haven't cried a single tear since the middle of the spring. I packed up your old sweaters, took down every single thing. My friends all raise a glass to me, they say I'm doing great. They love the way I bounce right back and clear the heavy slate. But there's a stiffness in my chest when I try to draw a breath, a strange and hollow quiet, like a simulated death. It's like breaking a collarbone and skipping on the cast, trying to run a marathon when you should be sitting last. The skin has grown over, the surface looks completely clean, but underneath the tissue there's a jagged, ugly seam. I forced the door to shut before the ghost was out the room, and now I'm trapped inside the dark of a premature bloom. And I think I'm healing wrong, setting in the crooked place, building up a fortress just to hide a broken face. Yeah, the pain is mostly gone, but the movement isn't right. I'm a frozen piece of timber in the middle of the night. I thought that I was tougher, thought that I was growing strong, but I'm just scarring over, and I'm healing wrong. They say that time mends everything, the tissue always binds, but it doesn't care about the shape of the fractures in our minds. If I have to break it all again just to make the pieces straight, I don't know if I have the nerve to open up the gate. It hurts to let it bleed, but it's worse to let it stay, a twisted little monument to the day you walked away. I think I'm healing wrong, setting in the crooked place, building up a fortress just to hide a broken face. Yeah, the pain is mostly gone, but the movement isn't right. I'm a frozen piece of timber in the middle of the night. I thought that I was tougher, thought that I was growing strong, but I'm just scarring over, and I'm healing wrong. Surface looks fine, the color's coming back, but I still feel the phantom snap along the old track. Healing wrong, gotta tear it down and start again. I packed my pride in a suitcase, and I swore I'd walk a mile for every single tear that you buried in your smile. I made it down the highway, made it 3 towns over the line, telling every stranger that I was doing fine. But the soles of my boots wore thin against the gravel floor, and every step away from you just made my spirit soar. It turns out independence is a cold and heavy coat, and a stubborn heart is just a stone that sinks a fragile boat. I tried to strut, I tried to run, I tried to show my best, but the gravity of missing you is pulling in my chest. So I turn my heels around on the asphalt, gray and white, throwing out the map along with all my foolish pride. And now I'm limping back to you, dragging all my track, a little less triumphant and a whole lot broken back. I thought that I could flee the storm, thought that I could fly, but I'm crawling to your doorstep under a dark, forgiving sky. Yeah, my knees are scraped and bloody, and my armor's realizing that you cannot strike a brand new lonely spark, so you can laugh at how I'm walking. You can tell me told you so. I'd rather take the penance than have nowhere left to go. Now I'm limping back to you, dragging on my track. A little less triumphant and a whole lot broken back. I thought that I could flee the storm, thought that I could fly, but I'm crawling to your doorstep under a dark, forgiving sky. Yeah, my knees are scraped and bloody, and my armor split in two. Just a tired, beating soldier, limping back to you. I'm at the edge of the driveway, the gravel crunches slow, hoping that you'll open up and take what's left below. Limping back to you. Please don't lock the door. The thermometer is climbing and the needles in the red. I'm trying to escape the heavy things you said. The city lights are bleeding into long neon lines. As I blow right past the warnings in the speed limit signs, there's a panic in my chest that I'm trying to override. With 80 miles an hour on a midnight slide, the wind is screaming loud through the crack in the pane, drowning out the echo of your voice in my brain. I used to be so careful when your hand was on my knee, but you took away the brakes when you walked out on me. Now it's just the high beams cutting through the trees. A desperate man running from his memory. And I'm speeding in the darkness, pressing down the floor, trying to forget what I'm not fighting for anymore. Let the engine roar, let the pavement disappear. I'm running out of runway and I'm running out of fear. Yeah, the road is turning black and the sky is falling down, and I'm a runaway train leaving your hometown. Is it reckless? Maybe. Do I care? Not tonight. Now when every rearview mirror shows the dying of our light, I'm pushing past the edge where the safety nets break, carrying it all to the speed of a single mistake. If I go fast enough, can I leave the hurt behind? Or will it meet me at the crossroads of a fractured mind? shadows, the tires start to scream. Just a silhouette chasing a shattered dream, spinning into darkness with no intention to slow down. I ran into your brother at the market down on Main. He asked me how I've been, so I buried all the pain. I pulled my shoulders back and I let the corners rise, hoping he wouldn't look too closely at my eyes. It takes a lot of muscles to fake a happy face when every single piece of you is scattered around the place. I went out with the guys to the local corner bar, tried to laugh at all the jokes, tried to play the normal star. But every grin I manage feels jagged and too sharp, like trying to play a pop song on a rusted, broken heart. One drink too many and the edges start to fray. The glue is giving out on the mask I wear by day. And I'm flashing this broken glass smile to the crowd, trying to keep from screaming when the room gets too loud. It's a fragile reflection, it's a dangerous design. One wrong look and it'll cut your hand in mine. Yeah, I'm putting on a show, keeping up the style, but I'm bleeding from the edges of a broken glass smile. It's a mirror that's shattered when you slam the bedroom door. And I picked up the shards right off the hardwood floor. I tried to piece it back to look the way it did before, but the lines are all crooked and the picture is a war. Everyone thinks I'm healing, everyone thinks I'm fine, but they don't see the fractures running down the borderline. I'm flashing this broken glass smile to the crowd, trying to keep from screaming when the room gets too loud. It's a fragile reflection, it's a dangerous design. One wrong look and it'll cut your hand in mine. Yeah, I'm putting on a show, keeping up the style, but I'm bleeding from the edges of a broken glass smile. The bar lights go up, I walk out in the cold. The fake expression drops from a face that's feeling old. Broken glass smile left on the asphalt floor. blinds are cutting lasers right across my bedroom floor, and the morning sun is beating like a fist against the door. My throat is dry as desert sand, my head is spinning round, but it isn't from the whiskey that I heavy-handedly down. It's the memory of the call I made, the things I let you know, before the midnight courage lost its artificial glow. I check the call log on my screen with trembling, hesitant hands, replaying the catastrophe of all my broken plans. I was flying high at 3 a.m., intoxicated by the past, thinking I could conjure up a love that didn't last. But the intoxication fades away, leaves you in the grave with a specific kind of sickness at the starting of the day. And it's a hangover of the heart, a heavy throbbing ache, paying for the choices that the midnight let me make. There's no aspirin for the memory, no water for the shame of waking up to find myself still tangled in your name. Yeah, the liquor's out of my system, but the damage is a heart, and I'm choking on the morning after hangover of the heart. They make a pill for headaches, they make a cure for common wine, but they don't have a remedy for a fractured borderline. You can try to sleep it off, you can pull the blankets high, but the emotional dehydration leaves you completely dry. It's a slow and painful come down from a temporary peak, realizing that the soul is still incredibly, tragically weak. It's a hangover of the heart, a heavy throbbing ache, paying for the choices that the midnight let me make. There's no aspirin for the memory, no water for the shame of waking up to find myself still tangled in your name. Yeah, the liquor's out of my system, but the damage is a heart, and I'm choking on the morning after hangover of the heart. The room keeps spinning slow, the ice melts in the glass, just waiting for the ghost of yesterday to finally pass. Hangover of the heart, and the day has just begun. I try to treat it like a paper scratch, a common little sting, just a temporary setback from a temporary thing. I put a makeshift bandage on and went out with the crowd, tried to drown the quiet by talking way too loud. But the linen started soaking through before the night was old, and no amount of pressure could stop the creeping cold. It's a different kind of injury when it's down into the nerve. It alters how you carry weight, it changes how you serve. I find myself protecting the side where you used to lean, tensing up its shadows on the digital screen. I thought it was an outline that the summer would erase, but it carved a permanent canyon right through the middle of the play. And the cut runs deep, all the way to the bone, past the surface promises that we used to own. I can act like I'm alright, I can pull the fabric tight, but the ache is waking up in the middle of the night. Yeah, I thought it was a scratch, the time would easy sleep, but the blade was sharp, and the cut runs deep. You can't just stitch a valley up and call it level ground. You can't ignore the tremors when the walls are coming down. It tore right through the muscle where I keep my fragile trust, leaving all the scaffolding to crumble into dust. And every time I try to stretch, every time I try to reach, I feel the jagged edges of the lesson that you teach. That we used to own. I can act like I'm alright, I can pull the fabric tight, but the ache is waking up in the middle of the night. Yeah, I thought it was a scratch, the time would easily sleep, but the blade was sharp, and the cut runs deep. Still checking the damage, still watching the scars, realizing it's a part of who we are. The cut runs deep, and it's never gonna